So super excited. The kids really ask for these web games. Uh, so I I gathered the web games that we built last year in the workshops, and I make these accessible on my homepage. So nowadays, if you go to my homepage, there's this button on the top right says small games, and these small games I now gathered here like this 7 games that we made together. Some of them is made by me, some of them is made by students. For example, these very small games with few seconds of gameplay. Like those type of games, and you can play those. So why do I do this? Because the focus will be on web games from this September more than offline games. Like last year, it was all about offline games, but kids really ask for web games. So there will be more web games, and I also create this stuff. It's not ready, but I started to create this Estonian education for the Estonians to be able to go to the web game development, right? So this is like part of it. So I just create some simple description about Godot. Why Godot? Because in GameMaker, if you want to port to web version, you need to pay them like €100 for that software. But Godot is free, and you can just put it to your homepage. And I started to create this education. So I don't know everything. I also don't know about these free web pages. Like I don't know. I heard about this Wix, right? That is free web pages for people. So I have this commercial yearly subscription where I can host my web page. So that's like €170 a year. But they don't have the taxes, right? If you're a kid, you don't want to pay that much, right? For a stupid project. So I need to research these free ones also, right? So good luck with explaining that, but there are people explaining those already. So I haven't done my research here. So what are the free hosting stuff and stuff? So and this is like what I added to my homepage. So this really how to build web games with Godot engine is the subject, right? Like Godot is a bit more complex, a bit bigger than GameMaker. There's way more people there. There's way more software people there. So this is how I learn in Zenva Academy by copying the balloon popper example by the teacher. I hope it will load in the forest. So it shows something, right? So you need to pop the 3D balloons, right? It's just for learning. So, but kids were really impressed by this because they tried to learn 3D and they're really impressed in the classroom when they see this. What's that? I want to do that. I also have some 3D stuff, but I don't have a 3D platformer ready, so I haven't put it there. It's other than that is balloon popper. It's all like 2D. So, but the idea is the kid wants to build a web page and share it with everybody, so everybody can play web page. This is the data I gathered during the 9 months, and the kids really want the web page, right? They are really all about the web page, right? The web games on the web page, and they also max use my internet. If it is a phone, sometimes there was this. My phone was connected to 10 or 11 computers, 10 computers, and mobile hotspot, and everybody was downloading crazy games. So what I can do at the moment in this forest internet, I can go to like crazy games and Pocky, right? And so they need something like this. They want something like this. This type of game web page, you know. So they all the time they go there. I like showed this as an example, like what is done currently in that industry, like free games for kids online, and they go here like for 9 months, some of them, and the other one is more social oriented. Is Poki. That this is also really impressive for them. They go here and well, girls and also not only girls, but so that they want this type of stuff. So they want to build this. They want to do those. Oh. But they have no idea. They just barely do some game maker stuff. I will try to find this. I built together with my son. It's also for phone. So the clicking is tapping in phone, and it's like I try to make it the phone screen size, and it's ported by Game Maker automatically. So they aren't even on this level yet. So, but they want to do those, right? Pokis and Crazy Games stuff. I think the Crazy Games is more computers maybe, and Pokis maybe more phones and more social. I haven't played those even actually. I have helped kids play those if they get stuck in a game. Then I sometimes help them with English, and this is one of the favorite of my kids, and so they want to build those and play those, and they also want to build those. If there's a server hosting possibility, they always host the server. I haven't really tried those. So yeah, this is where I currently am with that business. So where was I? So in Godot engine you can do that for free. In Godot engine you can just port that stuff for free. The game you can port for free to the web version, as I showed with the Balloon Popper. Yeah. So it reloads, right? So in the Balloon Popper, it's not in the Balloon Popper, but with the Balloon Popper, it's ported for free. Yeah, that's the difference. In Game Maker, you need to pay €100 if you want to port a game to web, and I have that software, but here it's for free, so you can do 3D for free for people visiting your homepage. And this I don't have yet, this homepage stuff. Free web hosting. I don't know what's there. I haven't researched that. So WIX, right? Yeah, that's like cheap local ones. Yeah. So I will try to research those also. So there will be a whole bundle about how to build web pages like this. They would love to have this web page, right? This web page. Yeah. Let me take a picture from this. They would love to have this web page. This is their dream web page hack. They would love to have this web page on their own with their own games. So I'm working on that, how they can build that. Of course, these games aren't made yet; these aren't as complex. So thanks for watching.